即係呢個溝通亦都好重要啦。其實同嗰個客戶服務嗰個都有少少相似。咁我一陣我哋有同事都會再繼續講，究竟點樣去透過咧聊天室啦、網上啦，或者係一啲 email 啦，可以令到顧客同埋個品牌咧可以建立到一個服務，可能佢有陣時有啲優惠啊，或者有啲資訊嘅嘢咧可以俾到佢。咁當然過多又唔得啦嚇。
Delivering the framework and communicating the value proposition. Once the value proposition is clearly defined, the company must ensure that it delivers the appropriate structure and system, strategy, and partnerships and alliance and skills and management style and culture. All of these things it must deliver and reinforce the value propositions of its product. Within this sort of 7S framework, basically. So the value proposition must be articulated in terms of marketing mix, often referred to as the 4 Ps: the product, service, features, and price, promotions, and place and distribution strategies. Within the 4 Ps are basically key to how you sell.
一旦嗰個 brand 咧佢做咗出嚟之後咧，其實好多嘢相對咧都要即刻同一時間去做㗎啦。譬如話佢結構啊、系統啊、佢嘅策略啊、佢技巧啊、風險管理啊等等等等，即係呢度寫嘅嘢都要留意。咁當然啦，個 4P 咧都要係留意嘅，即係儘管佢係一個 e-brand， 即係一個網上嘅 brand， 其實上地面嘅 brand 都一樣咁樣去管理方法，唔會話即係因為網上嘅 brand 咁就即係會疏忽咗，只不過係網上嘅 brand 個成本係低啲咁解嘅啫。
The value proposition must be communicated to entice customers to try the product service. I think the more people you can get to try your service, the higher your success rate is going to be. If the offering is developed properly, it should sort of lead to satisfaction and repurchase of your product. Before potential customers can buy a product service, they must learn about it. This learning is called the adoption process. So on figure here we have basically the adoption process, and I think this is actually a very sort of a good way to create stickiness as well. Adoption process in terms for your product.
當然啦，有啲嘢就係你要試過你先至知道係點啦。咁但係如果你冇得試或者未試嘅時候，咁咪點樣？咁其實就有一個過程咧，就叫做一個接受嘅過程啦。咁你點樣令到個 brand 咧俾人哋接受咧？咁其實有幾部曲嘅。
The innovation adoption model consists of awareness and interest, evaluation, trial, and also adoption at the end, basically. Put it very simple terms.
OK， 嗱，咁其實你都見到咧，就即係佢要有呢一個咁嘅呢個接受嘅模型咧，其實咧就有包括呢幾部分啦：意識啦、興趣啦、評估、試用同埋接受。咁咧其實呢個意識咧，即係等於你要人哋知道呢個產品啦。咁好多時都係通過呢個廣告啦，或者係個公關嘅方法咧，令到人哋去留意到個 interest 咧，就即係個興趣咧，就係佢要被刺激到，覺得呢一樣嘢你要講到俾人哋知個性能同埋好處係啲咩嘢，咁先刺激到佢嘅興趣嘅。評估咧其實就即係好似一個佢用嘅時候咧，就開始周圍去講啦。你要引導啲人去講啊，即係講俾你知，講俾我知。咁呢個咧，譬如有啲公司都用嘅，譬如 Amway 嗰啲咧，咪靠嗰啲傳銷嘅方法，咪不停咁講話好啊好啊正啊正。咁有啲人冇用過嘅，等話好啊好啊。咁嗰啲我咪話做元氣壽司嗰陣係咁樣，不停話好啊好啊好啊好啊好啊原來好啊原來咁啊。其實即係散播謠言啦，即係嗰啲股市都係咁樣吹出嚟嘅啫嘛，係咪？咁好啦，咁啊試用啦，所以有好多人有試用包裝啦，俾人哋試用啦，或者係嗰啲就算係而家啲細路仔上緊興趣班都有試堂啦嚇。咁慢慢先至去到接受呢一個步驟嘅。
Traditionally, companies have used tools of promotion mixed and advertising, direct marketing, sales promotion, personal selling, and public relations to sort of move customers through the adoption process. So, all the advertising you do is to try and create the adoption process. The advertising and public relations can be effective in generating awareness and interest. Sales promotions and sampling are often used for encouraging and evaluations and trials, basically. So it is sort of beneficial for companies to accelerate the adoption process before competitor sort of like emulate the benefits that they offer. So enticing customers to sort of purchase and adopt the brand not only requires successful trial experience, but it enhanced the customer's sort of interaction with your brand as well. I think again that is key for winning.
其實大部分我先頭已經講咗㗎啦，喺先頭嗰張 slide。咁不過補充翻啦，就係到佢接受嘅時候，一定要留意翻我哋講嘅嘢，就係要有嗰個顧客嗰個關係啦嚇，咁佢先至會可以做一個 repeat customer， 然之後再次去即係你吸引到顧客之餘咧，佢再次要購買，佢要再吸引到佢，同埋再吸引到佢要再嚟嘗試。咁呢個一定要係要提高嗰個客戶嗰個互動咧，先至可以有 repeat customer， 先至可以再幫襯。
The interactive brand building model. Here we have basically a stage in building a loyalty sort of customer base. On this figure here, the process to go about it, which is basically it's basically a reformulation of sort of innovation adoption model. So to modify to take into account of the sort of interactive dynamics of the internet. The model consists of 5 stages, and it works similar to sort of retail environments as well. Its first stage is attract. You've got to attract the your potential shoppers. Second, to engage. Get them involved in the product. Get them to sort of like wanting to know more about the product. Retain. You've got to keep them there so that they can listen to your pitch, what it is that you're selling. Learn. Or educate, tell them why it's good, what's the benefit of it, and then sort of like relate so that they can sort of, speak in their language so that they can relate to the product, and then, finally, if you can do the successful of all these, all basically 5 corners here, then you can close the deal, and that's the process that we go to online, and that's also the process that we do at retail as well in terms of how we actually sell things to customers.
咁有5個階段嘅，即係有5個階段可以令到咧你有個互動嘅品牌喺網上邊。第一就係吸引到人哋啦，第二咧就係令人哋去接觸到你個產品啦，即係你邊度可以接觸到你產品，可能你喺地上面可以接觸到嘅，或者係你可以寄俾你試下嘅，有啲試嘅包裝嘅咁樣。你要保留意思即係其實 retain 唔係保留，其實係一個留客嗰樣嘢咯，點樣留住嗰個人啦，要了解嗰個人啦，同埋要針對性嘅。咁呢個咧就講就係比較易嘅，其實呢啲大家都知嘅，不過問題就係做唔做到咯。咁我諗咧，其實而家呢個咧就係大家知，但係要做齊咯，即係要提醒大家做齊，就唔好做漏嘢。做漏嘢就喺網上嗰度就有啲虛浮，咁可能就會好難留到個顧客。
So I'll just go through the points. Attract to the first sort of critical step of the digital customer experience is to attract get eyeballs, we call it, so that they're actually looking at sort of your page or your product on the page, and bring them to the site or get them to click onto your site. Offline becomes because offline what we do at retail is basically we have to make some product stands out in a retail environment. So probably what we do is we do some kind of promotion, or we do some kind of sort of signages to let people know that the product's actually at retail. 咁因為你如果網上面有一間商店嘅時候咧，好自然就有廣告牌啊，有巨型 banner 咁樣。咁但係你如果係在線嘅時候，喺 online 嘅時候點樣，都係要引人注意。個網站要非常之吸引之餘咧，你仲要睇下喺邊一度咧去宣傳你嘅個網站啦。究竟係咪喺 Yahoo 度加條 banner 咧？一樣有呢啲 banner 啊，一樣有呢啲廣告嘅 e-flyers 啊或者 email marketing 啊，呢啲全部都需要有嘅。如果唔係，你冇辦法吸引到人哋嚟你個鋪頭，因為你個鋪頭實在真係唔喺廣東島啊嘛。